Right then, everyone. So here we are we're here at Strikes Bowl in Dereham, near to Norwich. We're here to film the pilot of our House Shot Showdown, and Tristan is going to bowl.
His first two games.
Commentate.
Second.
And yeah, well, firstly, thank you to Dereham, LJ and Wayne and their team here for hosting us.
Absolutely.
They host the YBC, so they're doing a great job. A little bit of housekeeping. We've changed the rules from what we stated in the first, or in the last episode when we announced this concept. We're only going to do it on one lane.
Yeah.
The reason being, it was too logistical. Too many problems really with putting the cameras in the right place and moving it around between game one and game two and things like that.
Yeah.
Ultimately, it won't make a lot of difference anyway.
No.
So
2 games, 1 lane, mystery or pattern, highest 2 games there wins.
basically that.
Yeah.
Now, we're here in Dereham. We're going to be filming everything else in Ashby. Okay, so different lane service, different oiling machine, and ultimately different pins and also a different pattern. So this is more proof of concept, a showcase for how it's going to work,
Absolutely.
rather than the real thing where Tristan's going to get 600. I don't think we can bowl enough games.
How many games is that over? Like 12?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, when you're ready, you may begin.
I don't want to. I'm nervous.
You may put a new texture on a ball at any point. That's your choice.
Yeah, I have no idea.
We have a limit. We have a time limit of up to 30 minutes to play both games. So we're not allowing you to spend too much time thinking,
That's okay.
resurfacing, whatever.
Yeah.
But when you're ready,
right, I'm gonna go. Let's go. Let's do it.
good luck, sir.
Time's on.
Good luck.
Right then. So how am I going to approach this? I have no idea. I'm going to start with my. I'm going to start with my Venom Shock, mainly because that's kind of like my go-to baseline ball.
Okay.
I'll see what this does and then make adjustments after that.
It looks a bit shiny.
Yeah, it's about 4,000 with a bit of lane shine.
So we're on fresh oil.
Oh. Feel as though we've been here before.
Tug that one a little bit. And he's left the dreaded 5-pin. He's having a look at his pads. I think he's deciding to put something on.
Yeah, I think I'm going to hit this.
When you put a surface on a ball, make sure you do it away from the player's area so there's no dust falling on the floor. It's always useful.
Yeah. I know this isn't a real masterclass in how to surface a bowling ball, but
No, but you haven't got to bowl many shots. And in this environment, you can do it every shot if you need to.
interesting concept that.
I know.
All right. So that was a 3,000.
And a used one at that. Well, I would say that's a little bit embarrassing.
Done again. I'm just not rolling the ball very well.
What I will say is, earlier on this morning, when Tristan was having a bit of a warm-up, he also left a 5-pin, and he also missed it then. That's 2 in a day.
Hey, look, it takes talent to do that.
Or lack of.
Lots of talent to do that.
Lack of. So here we go, frame 2. Need better execution. Thrown it wide. Made the classical mistake.
I don't want to do this anymore.
Classic mistake people make. If they pull the ball one way or to the left, they try and overcorrect rather than trusting their technique, which is what they would have done or would have been intending to do after the first shot. So, bit of a schoolboy error there from Coach Tristan. That's a better release. Okay, we went to 310.
I'm glad I'm going to be the other side of the camera for this, rather than doing it. Oh yeah, it's after a gutter, wasn't it?
You just put it in the gutter.
Let's not talk about that. Maybe we should.
Not candlepin where you get more than you get 3 shots to knock them down.
Right, so I'm going to make a little adjustment off that last shot. It came in high, so I'm going to move 4 left, 4 and 2. Aim for 12. Slightly inside, but you're...
Aim 3, strike. What a great shot.
Good move. Didn't execute what I said I was going to execute, but it was all right. Got away with it because there's a lot of oil in the middle there.
Yeah. Well, maybe that's where you need to play. Choice, do you play where there's mostly oil or maybe mostly friction?
I'll tell you what, this feels like a house shot with a dead zone.
Okay.
So like where you think the friction's going to be, you put it there. It's not.
So is that to do with the pattern or the lane surface?
I think it's probably a little column A, column B.
Okay.
Lane 10 topography, maybe playing a factor. Right, let's try and make this shot again. Aim for board 12, trying to see a little bit of shape. Hit.
Wow, good shot. We have a double on the board.
Yes. That's it, I'm going home now. Yeah. Going home now. Oh, I think we're in the right area with that.
So, frame 5. Whew.
Just gonna stay
Looking
here.
for the turkey.
And execute a little bit. Oh, that was awful. But...
Maybe got a chance.
Yeah, I didn't like that one.
It's always inside. Tricky spare. Well, he's pulled a bit. However, he got away with it. So, we have 65 in the 4th with a spare in the 5th. Frame 6. That looks pretty good to me.
Just a touch slow on that one.
So a little bit more motion at the end than expected. Nice 310. See, this is the joy of fresh. You know, we're asking you to score on, and that's another good spare. We're asking you to score on the pattern when in normal circumstances this would still be warm-up or practice period, sort of 10 minutes or maybe 15 minutes depending on the format that everyone would be playing on. So we don't normally need to score in this environment, so it makes it a little bit hard from that perspective as well. I think that's going Brooklyn. It certainly went Brooklyn, but we got away with it.
Who doesn't love a Brooklyn? Especially in competition, right?
So we have 103 in the 6th with a strike in the 7th.
And a first ball gutter in the 2nd. One thing I do love about this Venom shot, Gary, it keeps me out of trouble. It's quite a forgiving bowling ball.
Needs to be. Okay, not too bad.
Ball.
That's a good shot. We have a second double on the board.
Shut up, really?
Yeah.
Oh my God. 10-pin Hall of Fame here.
We're heading towards 200.
Shut up. I had one of them. I can't remember the last time I had one of them. I actually can't.
One more double should get you there. Double and a mark will get you there.
Trying to put pressure on me or something?
Yep.
Well, see whether the Lucky Larson Masters shirt from 2023 actually gives me some luck.
Oh dear.
Nope.
Got it a little bit wider, saw a little bit more friction.
I took pace off it though. Speed control is not good today.
Deliberately or? No, didn't think so.
Safe 3.
No luck. No string luck or anything there. So we're moving into the 10th frame. Sat on 154. Maybe not the worst score in the world.
Made a 4 and 2 move there.
Oh, we get a trip 4 pin.
So 4 and 2 move.
4 and 2 move.
Only reason for that was the last shot, obviously, with the pace being a bit slower, and it picked up quite nicely off the spot there. So I thought if I give it a bit of room,
right, you get a little bit more shape. Yeah, not bad. Tad light on the head pin, which is why the 4 pin went low.
I mean, I've hit my target once this game, so.
So, ball 11. Hold it well. Oh, we have a 10 pin.
Yeah.
So 174 with the spare.
Nope.
Or 173.
173. I'll take that
if
first
you
game.
miss inside.
So reasonable start.
Reasonable start.
Yeah.
173.
I don't think I'm in a position to change anything right now.
You're not going to change.
Nah. Ultimately, execution is not there.
I mean, you've hit the pocket a couple of times in the last couple of shots.
Yeah, the lefty one.
Well, no, you hit the pocket a couple of times.
Yeah.
Idiot. So
Yeah.
you're vaguely there.
I'll take a 173. That's a reasonable for how I'm executing today.
Yeah. So, whenever you're ready, let's go and play game 2.
Let's go.
Here we go.
Right. So
24
24 over
opens
15.
the first
that's
2
about
frames of game
9.
1. So there's a lot of room for improvement.
Does not recover.
Definitely a lot of
from that.
room for improvement there.
Well, let's just
Trying not to laugh, mate. It's only frame 1. It doesn't matter. There's nothing lost.
No.
If you spare it, it's the same as a 9.
Thanks,
Same as a 9
coach.
spare.
Thanks, coach.
It's all about the mindset. That was a little bit better. And we get a 9. So, good recovery, not a bad shot.
Playing dangerously though.
So we're no different to frame 1, game 1.
No. It's harder than it looks, this, you know.
Why?
Things you're not used to.
Challenges.
Things you're not used to when you're bowling. Like Camera's rolling, hearing you whittering on in the background. It's quite off-putting. A lot more pressure.
Hey, cool.
It's not as easy as it looks, kids.
We don't want it to be easy. Bit of a challenge. He's tugged out a little bit, but he's found some oil and he's got away with a 9.
That was a terrible release.
It weren't great, were it? But, you know.
But luckily, there seems to be that hold in the middle.
Yeah.
So I'm starting to edge towards this being a fairly long pattern.
That's a good spare. So we're up on last game already.
Same amount of first ball gutters there.
Well, that's very true.
So far this game, my first ball average is 4.5. Handy little stat brought to you by Tristan Talks. Oh, that was pretty rubbish too, but it'll hold.
Twiddled it off his, I was going to say twiddled it off his thumb, but he hasn't got his thumb in, so same effect.
Yeah, I'm not bowling well at all.
No, you're not.
Not bowling well at all.
However, you got to strike. So grind it out. See
It
what
is
you
entertaining.
can get. So moving into frame 4, game 2.
Ah!
Thrown it wide. He's thrown it too wide. Again, if you spare it, same as 9. 9 spare.
I don't like this sport.
Changeable. No, it wasn't changeable. Okay, yeah, it was changeable. So we had a miss 6. So we were 51 in the 4th frame. That looks okay. Well, stayed on the lane, I suppose, so.
Yeah. Speed control, really, really important right now. When I bowled in it, sort of normal pace, just not seeing a lane.
Yeah.
Just not reading mid lanes at all. But then when I do slow it down, I'm too tight, so I'm either open.
So what else, you know, rather than trying to slow down, when you're physically not executing very well?
Surface.
Surface.
100%.
You're needing the ball to slow down, really.
Yeah.
Not so much that you need less speed,
Let's
per
have a little look.
se.
Let's have a little look, shall we?
So what we got?
I don't suppose any of you guys have got any ball cleaner. There's Ethan Nick one. That's right.
So what are you going to put on it?
Well, I lightly hit it with dry 3000. So I'm gonna go 1000. I used 1000, so it's not going to be ideal, but just hit it.
Want a bit of water?
Yeah, please, just to prepare the pad. But yeah, I'm just not bowling particularly great. Thank you.
I'll have a refreshment while we're waiting.
So, one thing that is good, because I prepare the pads and spray cleaner directly onto the pad rather than the bowling ball to start with, obviously I've still got loads of sudsy goodness there.
Yeah.
Just by putting water on it. That's a handy little byproduct that I wasn't aware of.
Yeah.
So prepare your pads before you surface, please. Alright, I think. Alright, there we go. Try that. I'm now soaking wet, which is ideal. If I had my thumb in the ball, that would have been catastrophic. But yeah.
There we go. And if you can see, with it, it's definitely a much duller
I'm happy with that.
texture to that ball now. So
Right, see.
let's see what happens. Must say it was interesting that he's done it on the spare shot. That rolled really nicely.
Yeah, because the 3-pin was still there. I was like, if I go left of it, it's not the traditional way I'd make that spare.
So
but
what did the surface allow you to do that hasn't happened before?
I'd say the ball started to hook probably about 15.
Again?
I'd say the ball started to hook about 15, 20 feet sooner.
Well, yeah, so effectively,
Yeah.
trusting it, you know, the fact you didn't have the right surface on the ball is why you put it in the gutter 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, 100%.
Because that was basically the same shot as the gutter shot.
Yeah.
So we're heading into the 6th frame of game 2. I'd like to think he's moved a little bit, maybe not. Okay, that's a good shot.
Good.
All
Good.
motion looked
call.
good.
So I haven't changed my feet.
You
haven't
didn't
changed
change
my target. Just adjusted the surface to the ball to do the right thing.
So, frame 7. Looking to repeat.
Oh,
Gone wide. Yeah.
surface saved me there.
Surface turned 0 into 1.
Yeah. It's just crazy how, like, just a small change in how my hand adjusts around the ball completely determines whether the ball hooks or not.
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
So we're after a strike,
I've
so
just
the
completely,
one counts the same.
completely confused the core with that release.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the spare won't be much different. If you can spare. No. Is the answer to that? So now we have 99. 99 in the 7th. So moving into the business end of the game. Rolled that okay. Went a little bit long.
Just a
2-8-10 again.
touch wide.
Very difficult to spare. Ooh.
It's a valiant effort.
Took the 1 and it nearly came back and took the 8-pin out. Okay, yeah. Frame 9.
I didn't like that.
Pretty good hit.
Terrible
99.
release. Terrible release. Ball just floated down there and didn't really know what to do. I'm struggling a bit in this game.
Yep.
Spared
You only have to tickle it to make it fall over.
How many boards is it? 14 boards for most single pins.
Just over that.
9 for a 10 pin.
Depends what angle you're at. So, fade 10.
Right.
Oh, throw it wide. So left a 1, 2, 8, 6, 10.
Yeah.
Very tough spare.
This is not a demonstration in technical ability.
It's gone back up. Oh, we got 3. So we finished with a 130 there, Tris.
Not angry at all.
So you made 303
In 2 games.
in 2 games.
Oh god, that was horrendous.
So, okay, so Tristan,
Yeah.
you've just completed the House Shot Showdown.
Yeah, if that's what you
Talk
want
us through your experience of that. You scored 303 in 2 games.
150. Well, I'm not even going to attempt the math. We already know it's awful. Yeah, it's harder than it is. It's completely different environment. So, you know, specifically hearing you chat about what I'm doing when I'm doing it, somewhat off-putting.
Okay.
So, yeah, I'm not saying that. To be fair, that's probably about average for me at the moment because I'm just not bowling. Like, haven't really bowled properly for probably the last 12 months.
Yeah.
You know, due to injury and stuff. So I was a little bit tight this morning. So I didn't expect to be great physically.
Did you enjoy it at all?
No, I hated every minute of it. It was absolutely disgusting. And not that I actually really enjoyed myself. The reason why I say I didn't is because poor execution. So I was frustrated quite a lot. One of the good things that I pride myself on is not allowing the previous shot to take over the next one. But after throwing 20 balls that had absolutely zero consistency and no similarity in any way, shape or form.
Cool. Okay. So
it's really tough. Don't expect this to be easy. It's different. It's really different.
Yeah.
And it's only 2 games to make it happen.
What I would like to invite you all to do, if you want to come and experience the House Shot Showdown in Ashby Bowl in Scunthorpe, please drop myself or Tristan a message on a Monday that you can attend, ideally between the hours of around about 10 and 2. Okay, maybe a bit earlier than that. 10 and 1 actually. Yeah, 10 and 1. Because that will be when we can actually film it where the lane is quiet enough and the centre's quiet enough. So get in touch, let us know when you can come along and we'll do it. Probably only need an hour of your time at the most. For the actual filming process. So if you get there in time, you can warm yourselves up for a bit of a half an hour. So we'll film, we'll do it, we chat, and you can go. You can be done in maybe a couple of hours if you're worried about time. But you can spend as long as you want with us if you want. So open invitation.
Already had quite a few people message saying they're interested. So thank you very much for that.
But give us dates that you want to attend. Don't just say you want to. We're not going to invite people along because then it becomes complicated. Give us dates. It'd be more straightforward for us to actually plan from there.
We'll work out a way on how to make this super easy and simple in the future. But for now, just message us with the Monday you can do.
Yeah.
And if anybody would like to sponsor a prize for the finale of the House Shot Showdown,
or would like to sponsor the lane fee,
or sponsor the lane fee, let us know.
Let us know. Yeah, absolutely. Right, that's it. So, Tristan, let's talk about Tristan.
Yeah.
Just a few little questions.
Go on.
So, how long have you been bowling?
I started bowling when I was 6. Bowled all the way through.
So how old are you now?
40. Well, by the time this goes out, 42.
42. Okay, so.
No, my
when's
birthday.
birthday?
Well, when it goes out yesterday.
Oh, was it yesterday? I didn't know that.
Yeah, so it's next Tuesday.
It's tomorrow. Oh, next Tuesday.
So yeah, I've been bowling since I was 6, bowled all the way through YBCs up until about the age of 19, 20, like in the Act. Then injury occurred, tore cartilage in both my knees. One was under the cruciate ligament, the other one wasn't. So it's really unstable. Had a period of about 7 or 8 years until I had that operated on, where I couldn't bowl. And yeah, sort of probably early 30s came back. Thought I'd give it a go.
Yep.
And started coaching 4 or 5 years ago.
Okay. So, talk to us about coaching, because coaching is what you're really passionate about now.
Yeah, 100%, yeah.
You know, obviously, I know you want to play, but your body's not really going to allow you to. So, all your efforts and most of your efforts and passion to going into the coaching side of things.
100%. Yeah.
What is it about coaching that you love?
I just love working with different personalities, seeing seeing that, and then trusting the process and then working hard on something, because bowling is not an easy game, to practice. If you want to see immediate results and instant gratification, it takes time. It's repeating the same thing, and pushing through those feelings of this isn't working. Why am I still doing it?
Yeah.
Because you trust the process in it.
Yeah, and I get
you need
also
to,
because we're a repetition sport. Our training is very repetitive, which is boring, or can be very boring. So it's a skill of the coach to
make that
lessen that boredom, I suppose.
Yeah,
so.
and I find it's easier with the kids to achieve that.
How do you do that?
I wing it most of the time, to be fair. It's about looking at, well, for me personally, I try and do the same thing with a different flair on it. Yeah. So one day we might be introducing, say, a new drill, and we'll do that 10 times, and they're like, yeah, we'll do it 10 times, and then I'm like, 10 more. And then they do 10 more, and then I'm like, that was actually really good. Lots of positive affirmations for the good stuff, being really straight when it's not so good, so then they understand what it should feel like to them. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's quite fun, and then I end up getting 50 drills in, and then they go and bowl a game, and they see positive changes, or an inkling of positive change.
Yeah.
So then they come back and do another 50.
They understand the value of going through the process and the hard work and stuff like that.
Because as you can see, just by my last game there, it was not a great game physically. Yeah, I would have just gone straight back to drills because something's not right in my approach. I'm trying to fix on the fly, and it's just not going to work. So I didn't get any real positive read on that. So just go back to basics. Repeat until you can't get it wrong.
Cool. Okay. So
yeah, I love coaching for that reason. Seeing the positive influence on people.
Yeah. And you're the head coach of the MH900 YBC here in Durham. And I will say publicly, even though my brand is attached to this YBC, it's basically nothing to do with me, in the sense that I don't do any of the work. I support Tristan as much as I can. However, it is all down to this man that YBC functions and has been as successful as it has in the very short time it's been around, which is just over a year now. So I want to say thank you very much for all your passion, your dedication, your time, and your effort. It's a YBC with a slight twist. Want to tell people about that?
Yeah, so my aim with the YBC was to be able to offer really structured, good quality modern coaching. Looking at how the game has evolved over the last 20 years, a lot has changed, and being able to approach education within the sport with a modern twist and modern techniques, a modern understanding of what it takes to compete at a high level is 100% what I wanted to do. Yes, there's a focus on performance, but not performance in terms of how we would usually describe performance. I don't really care about how well the kids are scoring from an early standpoint. Performance to me is about how well they're able to execute the technique that I'm teaching them. We are.
So the emphasis when we talk about performance in the YBC, it's more about how are you executing your physical
technical ability.
technique, and maybe also how you're performing in your head in terms of how you think, and not being just guided by the result on the scoreboard.
Yeah, the result has very little things to do with it until much later in our development cycle. So maybe I'll talk about the development cycle. So MH900 YBC, we have 4 development zones. We have beginner, foundation, we have development, and performance. Now, beginner is about, probably the first few interactions that we have with a new bowler that comes to YBC. It's about how to understand.
First sort of 12 weeks, 12 hours or something like that?
Yeah, somewhere around there, 12 hours or so. It's about how to bowl safely, understanding the hazards that are on the lanes, understanding how to pick up a bowling ball off the ball return.
Get used to the
safely.
club.
Yeah, get used to the people, the coaches, it's just a very light touch. Ultimately, it's about getting the ball down the lane, without the bumpers, because a lot of new players are quite used to the bumpers being there. And it can be quite disheartening when they are maybe score 3 or 4 in their first game. So beginner is all about just rolling the ball. Can I do it safely? Can I do it supervised? Can we trust the player to be safe and look after themselves and others?
Understand what's expected of them.
Yeah, totally. Then we move into the foundation, where we start teaching the basics of the approach. Looking at 5-step foot patterns primarily. For both thumb in and thumb out athletes, we'll introduce both styles to see which is going to be the better fit for an individual player. I'm a huge advocate for bowling with thumb out. Especially after playing with my thumb in for 30 years, and the biggest problem was clearing the thumb to generate more revs. That was why I took my thumb out of the ball. So there are certain players that I've suggested this to, and it's not been a decision that they wanted to do, and that's totally their prerogative. We teach them all the same. It's more about the willingness to learn and the adaptability.
Ultimately, if a player wants to bowl thumb in or thumb out, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter at all. Okay, cool. So we go through foundation, we go into development, which is more lane play stuff.
Development is fine-tuning physical ability and introducing lane play, understanding equipment, understanding surface, and learning sort of integrating really solid spare systems in, with the aim of working towards getting a really solid average. And the performance is when you're averaging 180 plus, and you really need to start dialing in some of the really technical aspects of the game.
Your more expectation is placed on performing for results.
So I'd say the fundamental,
just how they operate.
The fundamental difference is development is still very supported in terms of lane play and how to score. Performance, you really should be thinking on your own 2 feet and
a little bit more
being able to,
and moving towards being able to do it mostly on your own.
Working towards self-sufficiency with a finer degree of error.
Cool. Lovely. So my final question to you, what coaching ambitions do you have?
Working with Team England, Team England, single-handedly the greatest thing I've ever done as a coach. Thanks for giving me the opportunity to do that. I'd love the opportunity. I'd love the opportunity to work with Team England again. Championship competitive play is probably my favourite environment because I thrive under pressure, and I love it.
Cool.
Right. So, thanks
for your time, mate.
Appreciate it.
Nice talking to you.
I'm never doing this again, by the way.
No, he's not. So get in touch. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Bye for now.
Welcome to the House Shot Showdown.